a familiar one for us because it's Wolves versus Brighton. Wolves at plus 170. Draw no bet is at 115. Brighton have been, listen, they've been absolutely flying recently, scoring 2 nearly every single week. It's like London buses. You wait like 3 or 4, 5 hours for 1, and 2 and 3 turn up at once. Brighton plus 180. Draw no bet minus 105. The draw is at plus 220, but the total is there at 2. Now, we normally go blind on these. We just have to go over 2 goals at minus 115. Mitch, are you an advocate for going straight over 2?
Yeah, I can see that. Just real quick though, when I was talking on the Palace one for that parlay piece of over 1.5, this is the other one that I had over 1.5 total at minus 179. So that's the other parlay piece I have for my trip.
And what do they come out at? Because that's why I came to you first. So basically, Southampton and Palace over 1.5 goals in the game,
and then. Yep, and then City first half is at minus 125, and I think that comes out to like something like 2.8, like plus 288 or plus 284 the other day when I looked at it. But the number that stood out for me, first off, is 41%. 41% of the matches for Brighton have resulted in a draw. Now, on the flip side, whenever I think of Wolves, I think of draws, or first half draws at least, but that's just not the case this year. This year, I think they're tied for second least draws. I think they have like 5, I think, for the whole campaign. But the history is another thing. I looked at these two sides. Wolves have 2 wins, and there's been 4 draws since 2019, and that's just where I'm looking at right now. I'm going for the draw, and you can even look at the numbers here. I mean, the books are telling you and screaming to you, it's going to go 1 goal at least for Wolves and at least 1 goal for Brighton. The team totals are way juiced at 230 and 220. So it's going to get to 1-1, I believe, at some point. Now, do Wolves end up cashing in because they're like 41% win and 43% loss, and it's like they'll hardly ever draw? But I just look at the history. I think Brighton's a little bit better than usual this season, and I'm just taking the draw, even though it's not as high as a normal draw goes, like plus 240, plus 250
That's
or
normally
something
a good
like
indication.
I'll take the 220 on the draw.
Yeah, I bet you will, because it was plus 215, which I think was a very defensive position from the numbers, and now it's at plus 220. I think a blind man, Tom, sees this as the draw being the most likely outcome.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Completely echo what Mitch has said there. I mean, I've written down leave no interest whatsoever. The only thing that's put me off, Ben, on this one is they're both not really fighting for anything at the moment. I know Wolves were kind of there and thereabouts, but that's kind of faded away now. And I've just written down both teams are draw specialists over the last few years, like you said, in particular. And I've written down 1-1. If there was a lean on this game, maybe half a unit on a draw, something like that. Yeah, I think that's what you've got to go with in this game.
Okay, also Stinch has actually, well, you know that Stinch goes for over 2 goals in the game. I think it's over 2 was at minus 115. Got to go over, and Mitch has gone for the draw.
That's a free. I mean, we all kind of have to agree that that's a free bet, right? That's a free bet.
Yeah,
it's going to get to 1-1. So yeah, over 2 is a free bet to me.
Mitch, what about the draw half time though?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to.
You normally like the draw half time, especially when Wolves and Brighton are both involved. But I mean, this is a draw.
Someone could get up 1-0. Like, you've seen these Wolves games. You've seen Wolves games before. It'd be like added time, 2 minutes, and they score like 5 seconds before the whistle. Yeah, I don't want to take that chance.
Or Giovanni saying half-time draw. Harry Doherty's like under 1.5, but if you say black, he will say white. So he's got no credibility there. Mitch said both teams have scored no and under 2.5. Wow, he's expecting one of the teams maybe win 1-0, 2-0 or 0-0. Brighton versus Wolves, under 2.5. Both teams are too defensive. Well, that's good though, Disky, because the market's only at 2. So I mean, you can still get your 1-1 draw that Tom and Mitch have both alluded to. But remember, Mitch is his second leg of a little parlay he's sticking together, and it's over 1.5 goals. So if someone wins 2-0, or you get your 1-1, then that's your second leg up. Let's have a little look at the official picks from my guests. But remember, Stinch has gone over 2 goals as well, and the draw at plus 220, which was 215, but it's close enough to that magic plus 200. Okay, let's